What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. There is a power in words that transcends the surface of mere conversation. Words carry with them the force of character, intention, and most importantly, the depth of the soul behind them. When spoken from a place of inner strength, self-control, and unwavering fortitude, these words are irresistible. But here is the truth that most will overlook. It is not the words themselves, but the essence of the speaker, shaped through mastery of the self, that evokes desire, admiration, and connection. Today, we will explore 3 phrases that no woman can resist. And when I say resist, I speak not in the shallow sense of charm or seduction, but in the deep, authentic pull towards a man who has cultivated himself through the rigorous discipline of Stoic virtue. These are phrases that break through superficiality and reach into the heart of every woman, married or not, because they come from the foundation of self-mastery. We begin with "I see who you are." Not just what you do. What greater longing exists within us all than to be seen for the depth of who we are, beyond the roles we play, the masks we wear, or the labels that confine us. A man who speaks this truth possesses a vision that cuts through the transient and recognizes the essence of the person in front of him. But he can only do so because he has first cultivated the ability to see himself, to face his own shortcomings, weaknesses, and illusions. This phrase is irresistible because it speaks to the human need for authenticity and connection. And the Stoic knows that to see others clearly, he must first purify his own mind, free it from prejudice and impulsive judgment. As Epictetus once said, "It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows to see someone for who they are. We must first admit that we do not fully know them, nor can we until we have silenced the noise of our own ego." The second phrase is "I respect your boundaries." In a world filled with manipulation, entitlement, and selfish desire, respect for boundaries is not just rare, it is transformative. The Stoic understands that true power comes not from taking what we want, but from honoring the autonomy of others. This phrase carries weight because it signals control over one's desires, control that is built through daily discipline, the rejection of indulgence, and the mastery of one's impulses. When we say "I respect your boundaries," we are saying, "I do not need to possess you to be fulfilled." This is a reflection of the deeper truth within Stoicism. Our happiness does not depend on external things, but on the mastery of our own minds. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself. In your way of thinking, boundaries are sacred. And the man who respects them shows that he respects himself first, that he is not enslaved by his desires, but stands above them." Finally, the third phrase is "I take full responsibility for my actions." In a society where blame is often shifted, accountability becomes a form of strength. And accountability is at the heart of the Stoic way of life. A man who takes responsibility for his actions shows that he is neither ruled by fear nor the opinions of others. He accepts the consequences of his decisions, whether they are good or bad. He is not swayed by external validation or condemnation, but stands firm in the knowledge that his actions are his own. This phrase resonates deeply because it reflects integrity, a trait that is both attractive and enduring. A man who takes responsibility is a man who cannot be swayed by the winds of fortune. He stands as a pillar of stability, grounded in his principles. As Seneca said, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." Responsibility, then, is the friction that refines us. When we own our actions, we reveal our willingness to grow, to face discomfort, and to rise above the petty excuses that others cling to. In these 3 phrases, we find the essence of what it means to live in accordance with Stoic principles. But make no mistake, these are not phrases to be used as tools of manipulation. They are reflections of a man who has undergone the rigorous process of self-refinement. A man who speaks these words and means them has faced his inner battles, has mastered his impulses, and has risen above the ordinary. He is not the phrases themselves that make a woman unable to resist it as the character of the man behind them. Women, like all people, are drawn to strength, not physical dominance or emotional manipulation, but the quiet, unshakable strength of a man who is in control of himself. A man who has conquered the chaos within and now stands as a fortress of inner peace too can become this man. We can walk the path of fortitude, cast aside the distractions of the world, and look inward. The journey is not easy, nor is it quick. It demands that we strip away the illusions that comfort us and face the raw truth of who we are. It demands that we practice restraint, that we control our thoughts, and that we build within ourselves an unshakable foundation of virtue. The attraction we create is not something that can be faked. It is the natural result of living with integrity, with discipline, and with an unyielding commitment to becoming our highest selves. The words we speak will carry power because they are spoken from a place of truth. Let us not strive for mere charm, for fleeting attraction. Let us strive for mastery of ourselves, of our emotions, and of the world that constantly seeks to control us. For it is in this mastery that we find true freedom. And in this freedom, we become irresistible, not just to others, but to ourselves. We journey together through this path of Stoicism. Let us remember the words of Marcus Aurelius: waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. And in becoming that man, we become the one no woman can resist, not because of what we say, but because of who we are.